I love the sense of history you get in the forests. I love the idea that these trees have been here for generations and they'll outlive me. And so there's a real responsibility not just to our generation and the people today to maintain these forests, but for the next 2 or 3 generations in the future that will be affected by our decisions that we're making now. My name is Sarah Myers. I'm 33 years old. I live in Hot Springs, South Dakota. I work in federal land management, and last year I made $92,000. Hot Springs is a gorgeous town, and it's sort of the perfect size for me. You really feel like you're part of a community here and you get to know everybody. The access to the public lands is great. It's absolutely beautiful, that contrast between the grassland and prairie ecosystems and the forest. It's ever changing. I was drawn to federal land management, I think, by the people in these rural communities. I really feel that everywhere I've lived, there's such a sense of history and attachment to their public lands. I'm very proud to have that responsibility and that trust as a steward of these lands that people care about, so that there's something to leave for their children. My main job is in forest management, so we'll work with reforestation efforts, tree planting. We'll then take care of those trees as they grow. We're doing fuels reduction or habitat improvement, and producing timber is a byproduct of that. So we may sell timber to the local industry. During wildfire season, I also put in overtime doing wildfire support, which in my case means producing maps and managing data to help firefighters navigate the fire. Last year, my salary was around $77,000 and I made about $15K in overtime. This year, my salary will be close to $79,000, and I can count on some overtime, but it's really dependent on the fire season since my overtime comes from wildfire support. I grew up in the Northeast. I spent a lot of time outdoors as a kid. The idea of being able to hike and earn my living studying plants and exploring new places was really exciting to me.
This was my 4th grade Halloween costume. The nature nerd I was dressed up as Teddy Roosevelt. And instead of saying trick or treat, I would wait for my friends to ring the doorbell, and then I would yell charge and run at the houses dressed as Teddy Roosevelt.
A seasonal position typically lasts about 6 months. It's applying pretty much constantly and packing up everything you own into your car and moving every 6 months, which was exciting at first, so it didn't scare me away.
And then I came here for just a temporary position, and it turned into 10 years.
I've lived and worked in 18 states at this point, so I've seen a lot of the country, which is really cool. But after 5 years, it definitely takes a toll. I was making about $15 an hour, and there was no guarantee that I would be able to find a seasonal job for the winter season. It's pretty rough. Securing that first permanent job was definitely a relief. It made the potential of making this a career feel real. And the position I'm in now feels like it was made for me. It's exactly what I want to be doing. It's what I'm interested in. I am nervous about job stability. I think if I wasn't working in federal land management, state government and local government land management is an option. There's a lot of national nonprofit organizations that hire foresters. They also get their money from the federal government. That's my concern right now, is that my plan B, my plan C, plan D are all related to the federal government in some way. My partner and I have a joint savings and a joint checking that we use exclusively for utilities, mortgage payments, and other home improvement projects. My boyfriend also works for the federal government, and he makes about the same as me. We go grocery shopping together, and we pay for them separately at the register from our own personal accounts. I do have 2 credit cards. I very rarely use them. I should probably use them more frequently than I do, but I like being able to see my debits come out of my checking account immediately. I have no debt. I did not ever have student loans. My family was able to cover my education. I don't tend to splurge on, no, that's totally not true. I splurge on things that I know I want, but I'm not super impulsive. I splurge on food, so whether that's going out to eat or buying the nice cheese and the nice bread and things like that. So this is definitely one of the things I splurge on. We like hosting, we like throwing dinner parties and making cocktails. I'm the kind of person that I see something that I want, I typically jot it down. And then when I feel like I have a little bit of money, I'll go back and I'll look at that list and see if I still want it. So I feel like I'm fairly good at saving money. I am contributing to our retirement, and then I have about 20K in savings.
Sit. High five. Good girl.
I do feel comfortable right now. It's the little luxuries that are a little tight, saving for large purchases. Also just to have a little bit of a buffer in case we did lose our jobs. That's my main concern. We don't have much of a safety net. I think my idea of being rich is just not having to worry about money, having that comfort and that stability where you could take a hit, you could take a surprise bill, or you could book a vacation on a whim. I would rather be more impulsive with my money than I am right now. I think the ultimate financial goal is to be able to retire earlier and then pursue a second career or starting our own small business once we're retired. I think I moved out here not knowing what to expect. I thought it would be a temporary stop, and then it ended up turning into my dream job, dream house. I met my partner out here, and this is better than anything I could have imagined. I'm very proud to say that I think I've stumbled on something, maybe accidentally, that is really fulfilling and makes me really happy.